Still having a great conversation with my brother, Jon Keith from Indie Tribe. He has a new project out now called Eremos. And if you haven't purchased it, I promise you, you sleeping. You sleeping. I always argue, and I know a lot of people don't believe it, but I think we all struggle with some form of mental health. And I think this young man has done a great job of being transparent and brought, a lot of questions. I think he's answering in some of these songs. So let's talk about the music, though, John. You already expressed and told us, that, Andy was a huge inspiration in you, motivation in you to even start music. You got a chance, of course, to do a song with Andy, 2 a.m. For those who may have not heard it, talk about the inspiration behind it and what it means.
Yeah, so 2 a.m. is a song that kind of just focuses on those times where it's late. This happens for me a lot. I don't know if this is for everything because, like, my wife is not like this. My wife gets into bed and goes to sleep immediately. I get into bed sometimes and my mind is still running and is trying to figure everything out. It's trying to solve problems. It's trying to figure out how I can get further. And what that actually does is take me out of, new humanity. It takes me out of what Jesus has for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to be resting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, and I'm still trying to do God's job for him. And so, it's just that song about when your mind won't let you rest. When it's mad late, it's 2 a.m. and you still trying to figure things out, you still questioning things, you're playing back moments where you feel like you messed up and you know what I'm saying, wow, people are not on you. It's just being overwhelmed with your thoughts, And I don't know, I heard that beat. It's produced by my boy Wowie, you know what I'm saying? And he sent me that joint and I heard it and I was like, bro, immediately I was like, I feel like I can hear Andy on this. It's kind of a long shot. I was like, I don't know if we can get him. So, but I feel like I can hear Andy on this. And then I originally wrote it. I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted it for me or if I wanted it to try and give to Andy, like, for his, record. And I wrote it. I got in touch with his team, sent it to him. He was like, "Yeah, let's do it." This is back in 2020, and
Wow.
yeah, we were working on it. You know what I'm saying? And he was kind of running behind. We were gonna drop it in the summer. Then at one point, he was gonna put it on his album. I don't know if it was Neverland 2 or another album, but he was gonna put it on his album. And then that didn't work out. So I was like, nah, I feel like this really fits Eremos. This really fits what it is that we're talking about. So I just kind of pressed and, trying to see if he was still down for it. And this was like the last minute joint. I sent it to him in 2020, but we got that verse in about 2 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was like the rest of the project was already uploaded. And then, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of like the last little addition. We're like, oh, come on, please. So, yeah.
Next track I want you to break down, man, is this James Dean track. I think it's a fun track. But just talk about the, inspiration and what the meaning of James Dean is. It's featuring Lecrae too as well. You funny. You talking about you got Andy, then you go get Lecrae too. So you just,
Yeah.
in your bag on this one.
Yeah. Lecrae's kind of the big homie, you know what I'm saying? So that one was a little easier. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He from Dago too. So, yeah. So James Dean, that song, James Dean is an actor, right? For those of you who don't know.
Right.
He's an actor that died pretty young. And kind of all throughout the song, I'm making references to it's kind of like I actually really love the writing on this song because it's a song
That's
about
fire.
suppression, you know what I'm saying, and acting like you're fine when you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Acting like you're fine and just, you know what, let's just go get these blessings, let's go get this money, let's go be successful, but you're dying. Like you're dying and you're trying to ignore it. And so I made, make references to James Dean, rebel no cause like James Dean. And then later on it says, you know what I'm saying, I die making movies. I feel like Bruce Lee. Basically like just this theme of like, dying in the process of acting like you're fine instead of actually dealing with what you know, you're dealing with. And then so, getting the big homie Lecrae on it was like, it was almost like a conceptual move. Is it felt like, you know, my bad, it's a little fly. It felt like, um, the song is like, yo, let's just go get blessed. Let's get this money. Let's go get success. And then, part of that was like, oh, like linking up with one of my, childhood heroes for the song. You know what I'm saying? And he gets on it and kind of hops in that too. So yeah, it's that joint is I love that joint.
Yeah, that's a must hear. You kind of talked a little bit about this next song I want you to talk about, the bridge, where you're very open about trying to take your life and everything that you were struggling with that. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, the bridge is a difficult one. That joint, I actually performed an early version of it at our Holy Smoke Festival in 2022, and I literally could not get through the verse without bawling my eyes out on stage. It's a extremely um, vulnerable track, and it was the one I was like, I know I have to have a song on here that just makes everything plain, um, but and it's dark, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't
Very
want it
dark.
to leave you um, hopeless by the end of it, and so it's kind of all leading up to that moment. Um, it tells you about my plan that I had to take my life, my current struggle right now, where I feel like I'm always trying to run from those thoughts because those thoughts are not gone. You know what I'm saying? There's times in my life where those kind of thoughts pop back up. And the thing that I focus on is the fact that Jesus chose to die so that I wouldn't, right? Jesus chose to die so that I would choose life. And so it's kind of like a parallel um, that I feel like is important, and that's the thing that I cling on to when when they pop back up. So
Definitely thank you for sharing that with us, man. Because like you say, it is a very dark song, but it's real, and I would argue a lot of people are in dark and depressed states. Suicide is a real thing. I don't think we talk about it enough amongst the Christian faith. I really don't. So I just want to give you your roses and thank you for inviting us into your world and you sharing that with us, brother.